banks of the Great Miami River, the Ohio High School Athletic Association proudly presents varsity ice hockey between the Elder Panthers and your Troy Trojans. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Inside Hobart Arena, I'm JT Zabo. Tonight, the Trojans begin what will become a 4-game home streak as the Trojans at home inside the historic Hobart Arena through mid-January. They are 1-1-1 so far this season inside the comfy confines of Hobart Arena as the Trojans and the Elders rematching for the second time in less than a month. If you recall, it was the Elder Panthers that came away with a 6-1 victory inside Hobart Arena back on December 13th here. The Trojans trying to get back into the hockey game and try to get into the win column. Like I said, 1-1-1 on home ice this season. As most recently, the Trojans falling in sudden death overtime as we're underway from Hobart Arena. JT Zabo joining you as the Trojans wearing their alternate reds tonight at home for the first time, and we're going to get a hand pass right off the bat here to start us out. Trojans wearing brand new uniforms this season, thanks to Steven at Rival Hockey up in Plymouth, Michigan. Trojans debuting their reds at home tonight against Alder, wearing their white and purple jerseys. As the face-off inside the Trojan zone, controlled out to Berghardt, now to center ice it goes, is giving chase. Down low is Kellen Glover. He'll play it off the side of the cage and back around. Works it again. Here's the puck, picked back up as they'll fire it around the Dashers. Now picked up by Gavin Burris, who's quick to fire it all the way back out of the trapezoid for the Trojans. On the near wing, out to center ice it comes. Across the blue line, onside, a shot just wide of starting netminder tonight, Austin Clark, the junior from Bradford, Ohio. Getting the start between the pipes from head coach Rick Zabo. As the Trojans battle along the half-board's right wing side. Played up the wall, there's Lombardo. Couldn't get it in time as it's picked up by Elder, but knocked loose at the last second, but held on somehow before McGurk's able to fire it all the way down. And both clubs will get a change. And so our first icing call now with 13:53 to go here in this opener between the Elder Panthers and the Troy Trojans. Face-off will be inside the Troy zone. That one back down low as Hernandez plays it up the near wing, but held on by Elder. Nehard had it. Stolen away by Paff. Now here comes Garrett Paff the other way. He's got Sexton on his wing as he'll work at top of the circle in a drive as that one collected into the paraphernalia of the netminder. Number 32, Gage Britton, between the pipes tonight for the Elder Panthers. Britton making the save as that one won. Down low inside the Elder zone. Played top of the circle again by Paff. He'll work it down low into the corner for Sexton. Had a handful of goals in their last outing as that centering feed to nowhere, and Paff tried to outlet it to the top of the slot, but no icing called, and that'll give the Trojans a chance to change as they chase it back inside their own zone. Now for Hernandez on the left wing side. On this headman, he's going to race it up the ice himself. Now 3 wide across the line before he tosses it back down low out of the red stripe. And now here's Gavin Burris. Centering feed for Sexton. Connects and a shot right on. Will be held on. And that'll stop the clock now with 12 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in this scoreless opening period from the historic Hobart Arena. As the draw won cleanly by the Panthers, and they'll work it out to center ice and dumping it inside the Trojan zone. Icing signaled, icing the call. And that'll bring it all the way back now inside the Elder zone, giving a good chance for some wholesale line changes for both clubs with 12 minutes and 49 seconds to go. And the draw taken back inside the Elder zone is a shot off the end boards. Played again. Right wing side, out to center ice it goes. This one's going to be another icing call as Elder being forced to continuously dump it all the way down, and there's a player down on the ice. The trainer, Kiradorny, keeping a close eye on that one as he barely able to hop over the Dashers. Trainer staff taking a close look at that, whether they need to address it or not. We'll see if the trainer hops over the boards or not, but here come the Trojans and a shot right on by Mike McGurk, fired back around. Out to center ice, intercepted by Cameron Lombardo. He'll hand it off to Kellen Glover. Glover, the shot, wide, right. Back, top of the slot, near wing side for Berghardt, who keeps it in. Played back around. Battling for it behind the net. Dashers hit up against the boards before McGurk picks it back up, top of the slot, and fires it right back in. Down low, had his pocket picked, was Burris as it clears out to center ice. And the Panthers now forced to work it ahead now out to center ice. That was Cooper, couldn't hold on, right back inside the Elder zone as James plays it ahead on the near wing. Errant pass picked up by Berghardt. He'll send it across now on the far wing for McGurk, and now a long stretch pass inside the Panther zone will be played back down low by James as he'll work it again all the way down for an icing call. And icing the call again against a very pressured Elder Panthers hockey club. Panthers unable to get much offense generated, at least to start, as the faceoff will be inside the Elder zone. And that one won back by the Trojans. Hernandez, one-touch pass now for Caden Lombardo. He'll force it in the near wing. Played around the Dashers as Garrity plays it on the half boards. Tries to work it up to Hernandez and does, as he'll hold it in at the top of the point far side. Now to Sexton, half boards, battling along the boards. Blue collar hockey right there as he gets stripped off the puck. Icing again signaled, and another relief valve icing call against the Elder Panthers. We'll bring the face-off all the way back inside the Elder zone. Now with 11:11 to go here in this first period. Still scoreless, but the Trojans applying appropriate amounts of pressure against the Elder Panthers to start off here in the first 4 minutes of play. Out from behind the net in the trapezoid. Works it back around. Again, it's trying to get that centering feed again for the last shot. That was Cole DeBras. Couldn't get it in time as the bouncing puck right back behind the net. Battling for it up the wall. Now for Lombardo. He holds on top of the circle. Right wing side against the Dasher. Swooping in to help was Burris. He'll come out top of the slot across the Trojan star. Walking in a shot. Is that just wide? Rebound back on the near wing side. Trying to get it. There's Lombardo. Played it around. Out from behind the net. And Cole DeBras works it up to the point. Hernandez holds it in right back to DeBras on this bounce pass. Had his pocket picked though, but held in by Hernandez. As the Trojans getting defensive line changes with the action staying firmly inside the Elder zone to start. Down low to the far wing corner. Perhaps the best start we've seen this season so far for the Trojans as that shot paddled aside by the goaltender Britton as he'll work it around. Centering feed, couldn't get it in time as that was Joey Brussel that knocked him off the puck, and that one will come out to the point where Berghardt took a moment to compose himself before dishing it in, and now here's Matty Logan back the other way. Now for Gabby Paff. Paff works it up the boards now for Caden Lombardo as the sophomore battles for it on the hash marks. Tries to get it ahead for the senior Kellen Glover, who holds it in into his feet, battling at the point. Here's Gabby Paff, centering feed. Now the far wing side for McGurk. A shot as that one into the paraphernalia down low as Paff picks up the rebound. Hands it off back for McGurk. Walks in. Paff shot. That one hit off a stick down low and cleared away. As now the Trojans still trying to get lots of pressure. Paff is able to force that one before the Panthers are able to clear all the way down. And mercy, there's an icing. If you're the Elder Panthers, that was a very tense series of about 90 seconds of hockey. As Gabby Paff nearly whacked a shot in from the slot to break the scoring seal, but we remain tied at 0. As with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in this opening period, the Trojans will control the faceoff on the left wing side. Play it up the wing. Here come the Panthers the other way as Nehard hit off the puck in front of the Trojans bench. Burkhart cleared all the way down. No icing signaled as that one's going to pop up and out of play for a whistle now. And that'll be another souvenir for a lucky fan, courtesy of OGP, the official game puck of the Troy Trojans. OGP, the official puck supplier of the Troy Trojans. We appreciate their support from Brantford, Ontario tonight. As this one works out, Trojans control inside the Elder zone, back into the down low corner. Played around, cycled. Here's Paff, dishes it around from behind the net as they'll battle for it free, top of the point. Here come the Panthers back the other way as Leonard across the line in onside. He'll work it down low as Hernandez rubs him off into the boards, hands it off for Paff now as Paff gets hit off the puck. This one's scooped up by Caden Lombardo. Long stretch pass. Sexton wasn't there in time, and so they'll be forced back to chase out from behind the net and around the Dashers. On the hash marks right wing side. He'll try to work it up to the point, but catch the Trojans on a line change. Now there's a breakaway the other way for Leinart in between the slot. As that one paddled aside by the starting netminder Austin Clark before it's forced back down inside the Trojan zone, and out it comes. Here comes the Trojans dancing inside the zone. They'll just throw it into the far wing corner as Burris played it up top of the circle. This one knocked away, hit by a stick, but they're still going to call it icing against the Elder Panthers. And so icing will be the call against the Elder Panthers, who that seems to be their default relief mechanism as the Trojans continue to pressure inside the Elder zone. And the faceoff won by the Trojans out, but McGurk had it hop over his stick as here's a loose puck picked back up the other way. Here's Sullivan, a shot, and sprawling out to make the save was the junior netminder from Bradford, Ohio, Austin Clark, to keep this a scoreless tied hockey game. And the faceoff inside the Elder zone. And so in to take the draw, Gavin Burris wins it back into the far wing corner and up to the half boards. Trying to hold on to it. Now here comes Burris the other way, too wide. He's got Brussel with him, drops it back, but couldn't hold on. 7 minutes and 33 seconds to go here in this opening period. Here's a stop at the half boards, far wing side as the Panthers move in. Here's Hafner. Tries a dance in front as Clark holds on and gets pushed into the net, but not before the whistle blows. And so the faceoff will remain inside the Trojan zone with 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the opening period. Coming up during the first intermission, we've got the Troy Bruins Youth Hockey Timbits skating between periods. We'll have that coverage for you tonight, as it's always great to see future Trojans out on the ice. Elder contains far wing side. Hit off the puck. Racing for it was James. He'll keep it in onside on the far wing. James couldn't contain this time as now here comes Gabby Paff the other way. Hit off by Kellen Glover, who's able to fire it deep inside the Trojans' Elder zone and work it around on the near wing side. Held in by Lombardo. He'll work it out to center ice as there's Hernandez with permission to wheel. He'll chip it into the far wing corner. As it's played around the Dashers, they'll work it into the corner. Played up the near wing. Back for McGurk across the red stripe. He'll fire it in, making sure he was onside during the play as the Elder Panthers forced to bring it back inside the Trojan zone, completing wholesale changes for both clubs as Paff hit, and it looks like we're going to get a penalty on the play, and I do believe we will. I think it's likely going to be a penalty. And indeed, that's going to be the call on the ice surface. An interference call against the Elder Panthers. At 6:18 to go, we'll give the Trojans their first Clopay power play of the night. Brought to you by Clopay, the official garage door of your Troy Trojans. And so the Trojans on the power play for the first time tonight. Setting up out of the trapezoid on the far wing side. He'll work it out ahead. They're going to give it to Charlie James, a 2-minute minor for interference, as you hear Roger Mumpower with the official word downstairs. They'll work it ahead. Centering feed for Glover. He's got plenty of time to set this one up, but nowhere to go, and so he'll force that one back as the Panthers try to clear. And the Trojans are going to knock that one in offside as the Panthers have free range to fire that one in on Austin Clark. And he is going to hold on. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the ice as head coach Rick Szabo not liking what he sees, as this power play has become anything but for the Trojans. And what you normally see in an instance like that where the Trojans dominate the tempo the first half of the first period, as soon as they went on the power play, that momentum and energy left this building faster than a COVID inspector, just about anywhere these days. As timeout on the ice announced by Roger Mumpower. Head coach Rick Szabo not happy with his hockey club right now, as he is giving them exactly what they need to hear to get this momentum back into this hockey game tonight. Well, we got this break in the action. I'd like to thank our presenting sponsors. Troy Trojans hockey all season long is brought to you in part by Troy Speech Therapy, by Rival Hockey. Search hashtag #BeTheRival. By Poppin' Off Gourmet Popcorn and Ice Cream on the Square in downtown Troy. Minster Bank, your banking solutions local to home. Also by Carl Mick Plumbing, the official plumbing provider of your Troy Trojans. As we said at the beginning of this hockey game, the Trojans at home for a lengthy stretch until January 10th. As you take a look at the upcoming games on the calendar, timeout nearly over. And so the Trojans, with 1:11 to go on their first power play of the night, try to get back that energy that pressured the Elder Panthers to start this hockey game, as they'll work it out to the point. Here's a shot right on. Loose puck by Gavin Burris. Had his pocket picked at the last second. He'll work it around to the far wing side. A shot wide right. Off the end boards and around now for Caden Lombardo. He's got time. Threw a shot, and that one had eyeballs directly into the glove of Elder goaltender Gage Britton. And so he'll make the stop now with just 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this first period. 47 seconds to go on what I would classify as a very lackluster power play, given the energy that we saw the Trojans start this hockey game with, as the centering feed for Paff couldn't contain. At this point, I'm sure a lot of fans in the building and at home tonight are wishing for that power play to be over, as Sexton, out from behind the net, tries a centering feed that's scooped up by the Panthers, and they're going to flip that one up into their own bench. And that'll go back down inside the Elder zone now with 4 minutes and 41 seconds to go in this first period, still scoreless. Face off. One and controlled by the Trojans. Back to the far wing side as McGurk a shot. Loose puck on the doorstep. Nobody was there as Glover a shot. Backhander feed. Loose puck finally covered. And I'll tell you what, if you're having difficulty getting that open shot in, the Trojans just standing around on that one were not able to capitalize on an empty net, and that could prove costly. As a shot right on hits off the side of the cage. Shot from the point, back to Berghardt, sends it across for McGurk, off his stick, centering feed, knocked away, but he'll pick up the rebound anyway as we return to even strength. Trojans with the puck inside the corner, plays it around off the dashers, in around, now there's Berghardt. He'll force it out in front, as Lombardo couldn't hold on to it. Bouncing puck off the side of the cage and now out to center ice. That'll allow the Panthers to change after their power play for the Trojans has expired as the Panthers now work it out to center ice. Intercepted away. Trojans struggling to back check as this one forced up and out of play into the Trojans bench. And that'll give us a stoppage now with 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go. As the faceoff will return to the Elder zone on the stick side of goaltender Gage Britton. Off the draw, this one won back into the corner. Battling for it down low. They'll send it up to the point, but the Trojans can't contain as that one will be forced just inside the Elder zone in front of the Trojans bench as Lombardo gives it ahead for Paff, in onside, but has his pocket picked at the last moment as they'll battle for it. Here's Sexton, left wing side, drops it back. Garrity a shot wide of the net as it's picked up into the near wing corner by Paff. He'll force it around the Dashers. Still trying to play it up the near wing. Out to the slot as racing to get the loose puck was Hernandez. And now he'll try to keep it in, but can't as it squeaks out to neutral ice, and the Trojans forced to tag up at their offensive line and now get a change as the Panthers out of their own end. Here's Charlie James on the left wing side, a bouncing pass on this outlet feed, and the breakout makes its way out to the Trojans line as Hernandez works it ahead to Sexton and fires it in. Now the Trojans will get their line change as they'll force it in for James. Centering feed out to center ice, picked up by McGurk, but the Trojans were not able to get to the bench in time, and finally the offsides is waved off as this one right back to McGurk. Off the end boards and around the Dashers now for James out from behind his own net for the Panthers and works it up the near wing out to center ice as Meyer reaching for it, couldn't get it in time, and that was forced back inside the Elder zone with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go here in this scoreless first period, and what has really settled down from what we saw the first maybe 5 minutes or so of this hockey game, with the Trojans absolutely dominating the Panthers to start. Out to center ice. There's Berghardt. A floater played down low by Britton. He'll work it out from behind the net in the trapezoid. Gabby Paff tried to get it clear but couldn't, and the Panthers will be forced to ice it all the way down. And icing the call now to stop the clock with 1 minute and 46 seconds to go here in this opening period. That'll bring the face-off all the way back inside the Elder Pathers zone, where it's easily won by the Trojans as DeBras plays it up the near wing. As they'll force it back around on the near side boards. Panthers can't clear their zone as that one hops up and out of play for his stoppage now. Another souvenir provided by OGP, the official game puck of the Troy Trojans. And the faceoff will be ruled inside the neutral zone. And that one's battled for in front of the Trojans bench. Across the Troy line, that one forced in by the Panthers as there's James holding it in on the far side point. Down low, a shot wide of the net as that one rings back into the near wing corner. Played all out. Burris couldn't contain. And so the Panthers force back inside the Troy zone. As there's a centering feed, McGurk gives it away, but he's finally able to pick it back up before he sends it back in the corner. Up the near wing. Off a stick down low, back for Hernandez, having trouble settling the puck. He'll work it around to DeBras on the far. This outlet pass now for Gavin Burris at the red stripe, and he'll fire it in and get a change at the end of their shift with 45 seconds to go here in this opening period. Played back around. Off the far wing side, he'll battle for it down low, out from behind the net before the Panthers forced out in front. Shoots just off the end glass. Rebound off the side of the pad as Britton making two quick saves right there, and the glass helping out as well, battling for the loose puck down low. Into the far wing corner. He'll work it up to Hernandez at the point before it takes a hit. And now here come the Panthers the other way. Little help from Lombardo, but this one picked back up in front of the bench, and a delayed penalty coming. It looks like it's going to go against the Trojans. And indeed, it's going to be a penalty against the Troy Trojans. An interference call is made by the front referee, Bill Peck. Will put the Elder Panthers on the power play for the first time tonight. And so we'll see how the penalty kill fares compared to the power play for the Trojans tonight, as head coach Rick Zabel putting the penalty kill unit out on the ice with just 4 seconds to go. That'll be it for the first period. The Trojans and the Panthers battling to a scoreless tie. As skating on the ice surface are the Troy Bruins IP Timbits, as they're coached by Phil Knoll and A.J. Furrow. A lot of current and former Troy Trojans hockey players started in one of those uniforms you're seeing tonight, as they get a chance to showcase what they've got in between periods. Well, we got a break in the action. We'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight, as the Timbits will put on a bit of a show tonight. Again, coached by former Trojans head coach Phil Knoll and former Troy Trojan varsity athlete A.J. Furrow. A.J. and I had a chance to play on the varsity team together, both alumni class of 2004. And speaking of alumni, the annual Troy High School alumni game is back and better than ever, as tonight the alumni will battle after the Trojans game on home ice here. It'll be great to see so many familiar faces back on the ice, wheezing and I'm sure out of breath very quickly tonight. We will have coverage of that on the Troy Trojans Facebook page, some behind-the-scenes access as well. After the game tonight, the Troy High School alumni game, back by popular demand. As the Troy Bruins Timbits out on the ice, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight for making all of this possible. Troy Speech Therapy and Courtney Lombardo SLP in Troy, Ohio, as well as Rival Hockey, manufacturers of the brand new Troy Trojans uniform. Popping off gourmet popcorn and ice cream on the square in downtown Troy. Minster Bank, the official banking provider of the Troy Trojans. Carl McPlumbing, the official plumber of the Troy Trojans. And as always, we do remind you to respect the game, as the Ohio High School Athletic Association reminds you that interscholastic sports builds character and helps good sportsmanship. We are coming to you live from the historic Hobart Arena in downtown Troy, Ohio, as the Troy Bruins Initiation Program Timbits are out on the ice performing for us tonight, as the Timbits, mostly comprised of youngsters age 6 and 7, getting their first taste of the greatest game on earth. And we are happy to have them here tonight with us. As they'll play. Coming up, the Trojans have a lot of work to do at home, as they will be back here inside Hobart Arena tomorrow night as they play host to the Alder Knights for the first time inside Hobart Arena. And then back at it after the New Year's against the league-leading Beaver Creek Beavers at a 5:30 start. And they end their 4-game home streak right here where it started on the 10th of January as they welcome the Mason Comets back inside Hobart Arena. As always, we will have each and every one of those games for you live right here on Facebook at facebook.com/Troy Hockey. And all of our home game broadcasts will be available on demand following the day after on the Troy Trojans YouTube channel, as well as the official website of Troy Trojans Varsity Hockey, trojanhockey.com. More action as the Troy Bruins Timbits entertaining the sparsely spread out COVID-restricted crowd tonight inside Hobart Arena as the Ohio High School Athletic Association limiting capacity to all indoor arenas to just 300. And that is across the board as the crowd egging on the Timbits players out there, many of them getting one of their first glimpse of a hockey game, and what better way to do that than at a Troy Trojans hockey game where many of them will hopefully one day suit up and wear the scarlet and gray of the Troy Trojans. And we can't thank our partners with the Troy Bruins Youth Hockey Program and the Troy Bruins Youth Hockey Boosters Association for helping us promote the sport of hockey in Troy, but also in Miami County and the greater Miami Valley as enrollment continues to move forward. And so we thank all of them for being a big part of what this all means, as the crowd being treated to a wonderful, wonderful display by our youngsters as their time is almost up. We will say thank you to the Troy Bruins, Youth Hockey Timbits, for another fantastic job. And so it is nearly time to get back to work as the Trojans falling asleep a little bit in the second half of that first period. We'll see how they respond to it tonight. Two periods left in the books, and when we start, the Elder Panthers will have an abbreviated power play to start this second period. 1 minute and 53 seconds left in that high sticking call to Jesus Hernandez from the tail end of that period. As we take a look at tonight's keys to the game, the big one right there, stay out of the penalty box. If I could underline that one tonight with the telestrator, I would. And the finding the legs part was easy the first half of the period. Hopefully we can get back to where we were as we're underway to start this second period between these two hockey clubs, as the Trojans in their red uniforms tonight, courtesy of Rival Hockey, playing it back inside the Elder zone. As they'll work it back on the far wing side. Elder will force it out to center ice as this one picked back up the other way by Nehart. He'll work it into the far wing corner. Battling down low in the slot. Now carried out to center ice. Going back to chase it in his own zone was Charlie James. As he'll pick it up, the Trojans getting a chance to get wholesale changes with 1:05 to go on the Elder power play. Off the Dashers in front of the Trojans bench. This one makes its way all the way back inside the Elder zone. Played out of the corner. Now down low, racing for it, Luis Lombardo. He'll work it cleanly into the corner, but couldn't hold on as that one wraps back around off the far wing side. Played off the Dashers. Here's Garrett Paff. 13:50 to go here in this middle period from Hobart Arena in downtown Troy as the Trojans now racing inside their own zone. Giving chase down low. That was Berghardt. He's able to fire it all the way down. No icing called as it's played inside the Elder corner. They'll play it up the wing, giving chase with Garrett Paff before that outlet pass stretched out to center ice. He blew a tire on the play, and now here come the Panthers the other way with a little bit of rejuvenation. They'll force it inside the Trojan zone, and a delayed penalty coming. This will go against the Elder Panthers as the Trojans now with the puck inside their own zone. Here's Garrett Paff out to center ice as it's touched up by the Elder Panthers. And so the Trojans now swapping power plays. As you see the officials right there. It's going to be an interference call against the Elder Panthers. And that's going to go against number 15, Gabe Nehard. Nehard in the box, 2 minutes for interference. Will put the Trojans back on the Clopay power play, presented by Clopay, America's favorite garage door. As you hear Roger Mumpower making the call, here's Gavin Burris on the near wing side, dances through traffic in, all alone, a shot as that one saved by Britton for the Elder Panthers, and it sent 185 feet back the other way inside the Trojan territory as Cameron Lombardo out to play it around the boards. Intended for DeBras, but it's scooped up by Gavin Burris. Now he's going to try it again. In between the circles, fires off, back into the far wing corner. Takes a high hit, not happy, and has a word for the referee, but no call, as this one played back by Berghardt. On the half boards, that one into the paraphernalia down low with the goaltender. And Gage Britton keeps this a scoreless tie with 12 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in this second period. And so the faceoff will remain inside the Elder zone. Down to take it is the senior leader of this hockey team, Kellen Glover. But it's won back by the Panthers, and out comes Charlie James out to center ice. Hit off the puck down low by Berghardt in front of the Trojans bench. This one makes it all the way back down. Out of the trapezoid behind goaltender Austin Clark. Centering feed nearly intercepted, but scooped up by Glover. Now too wide across the line. He's got Lombardo breaking down the wing. Lombardo centering feed! Off his stick, but just wide. Right back into the far wing corner. Now for Kellen Glover. Posts up top of the circle, left wing side. A slap shot, fanned on, rebound, cleared away off his stick. And that one will be forced all the way back inside the Trojan zone as Clark comes out of his net to play it off now for Berghardt and around the boards on the near wing side. Played up the near wing by Lombardo out to center ice, stripped away by Glover. He's going to headman the puck into the down low corner. Played around the Dashers, loose puck out in front, nobody was there. Finally hit along the boards as Glover puts his man into the glass before this one hops off the stick of Berghardt and fired out to center ice before it's fired right back in off the stick of Mike McGurk. And finally the Panthers forced to ice it all the way down to get a line change with 11:02 to go here in this second period, and we return to full strength. Panthers have killed off another Trojan power play, brought to you by Clopay, America's favorite garage door, as the Trojans now forced to ice it the other way. And so that'll bring the faceoff all the way back inside the Trojan zone on the glove side of Austin Clark. As the faceoff won by the Trojans, but they're going to have to muscle their way out, but can't. Out through a slot, a shot wide right. That one hit off the glass. And now the Trojans back on their own half boards, try to clear, and finally do. Elder touching up with an offsides. And that'll bring the faceoff out to neutral ice. A little bit of a gift there, giving the Trojans a chance to reset inside the neutral zone directly in front of the Elder bench. In to take the draw is Gavin Burris. That one won by the Panthers in front of their own bench, battling for it on the red stripe. Sticks go swinging in front as Brussel nearly got himself into some hot water, but finally skates away at the last moment. Now for Gavin Burris. Hit off the puck down low into the corners. This one forced up the half wall left wing side. Sidesteps the skating across the line. Working in. Lenhart couldn't hold on to it as he has his pocket picked and works it up to the point. Battling on the near wing side. Loose puck, chipped away. 9 minutes and 55 seconds to go and another icing call. We'll bring the puck all the way back inside the Trojan zone now, stopping the clock with 9 minutes and 51 seconds to go. Here in this second period, still scoreless along the banks of the Great Miami River. I'm JT Zabo. Glad to have everybody along for the ride tonight as the Trojans try to get back onto the win column, going 1-1-1 in their prior 3 home games to this point, including a tough sudden death overtime loss against conference rival Sycamore last go around here inside the building as the Trojans contain on the left wing side. Working it out to center ice. That one forced in by Berghardt in onside. Giving chase down low was Kellen Glover. Senior works it back around on the far side now for Lombardo and up to the point and held on the red stripe centering feed back to McGurk. A shot low on the ice. He couldn't get it in time as he pulled the trigger just a second too soon. And now here comes Gabby Paff battling for it down low. Back to the point. McGurk a shot paddled aside by Britton. Back into the far wing corner now for Cameron Lombardo. Checked off the puck. He'll get it back. Near side point for McGurk. Under pressure. Forces it back down low into the corner on this low cycle. Off the glass. And that one will be cleared all the way down as Austin Clark stops it at his own goal line. Under pressure. Wholesale changes by the Panthers as it's tipped up to center ice. No icing called. Now back checking the other way. Here come the Panthers out of their own zone. Far wing side on this breakout attempt out to center ice. As that one will be hit by Hernandez inside his own zone. And he'll post up in the trapezoid behind his net. 8 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in this middle stanza from Hobart as the Trojans working on an outlet feed. Here comes the senior, Kellen Glover, down low to the near wing corner. Glover tries the centering feed, still battling for the loose puck down low. In to help his fellow senior, Garrett Paff. Out of the corner, he'll work it back around as the Panthers try to clear but not out. Glover picks up the pass, sends it off the high glass and around the boards. That one will be scooped up again by Paff on the far side as they'll battle for it behind the net. Loose puck into the corner, still trying to get it cleared. Finally around the boards as the Panthers work it up to Glover on the far side point. With time, high cycle now. Back ahead for Garrity. He'll play the puck down low out of the corner as it'll squirm its way into the corner as the Panthers try to clear at the point. Held in again by Paff. He'll work it in. And the Trojans hemming it in to get a line change. Now for Grant Garrity, the freshman, couldn't contain at the point. No icing called. And the Trojans now forced to regroup out of their own zone, out from behind the net. Wholesale changes completed now for both clubs as they'll work it out to center ice. This one picked back up by Charlie James for the Elder Panthers as they'll tag up at the Trojan line. And now the Troy Trojans out of their own zone. With time, out to center ice in front of their own bench. Sexton tries to play it ahead, can't hold on, and Berghardt forced back inside his own zone. 7 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the second period. Finally, we get an icing call. And a little bit of helter-skelter hockey there through the neutral zone. At least for the last 90 seconds or so of play, but that'll bring the face-off all the way back inside the Trojan zone. And this will be taken on the stick side of Austin Clark by Gavin Burris. One out, but held on by the Panthers. Trying to clear, they cannot. They'll work it back into the near wing corner. Playing it around, that one stopped by Clark. They'll work it back to the point. Off this shot, up to the point. Now for Burris, 2-on-1 the other way. 1-on-1 is Burris. Stick checked off the puck. That one gloved down in front by McGurk in front of his own bench. Play continues as no hand pass is called. Works it back down low inside the Elder zone and up to their point. Cross ice pass. This one intended for Lenhart inside the Trojan zone. He'll work it back into the corner far side before he gets a shoulder placed into him and hit from behind. And that is definitely going to be a penalty against the Troy Trojans. A dangerous play right there. hit from behind cleanly. And the mercy of the hockey gods are only going to give him a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. That easily could have been justifying a 5-minute major and a 10-minute misconduct. And just the look of disappointment on head coach Rick Szabo's face, looking down at the penalty box there for what I would classify as a needless penalty inside your own zone. Now we'll give the Elder Panthers a power play with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go. As Brussel in the box. As you hear Roger Mumpower with the official call, this one played by Austin Clark, and he'll keep it live as the Trojans try to clear but not out. Glove down by James. He'll hold on to the puck, walking into the circle. A shot saved by Clark, right back into the far wing corner. As off the glass, James holds in at the point again. Back at the line but not out. Tries it again, and the Panthers are able to keep it in. As this one finally back out to Lombardo. Lombardo cannot clear now as the Panthers power play stepping up their game here with 5 minutes and 27 seconds to go in this second period. McGurk finally able to fling it off the short glass and all the way down inside the Elder zone as it's left off by Britton. He'll hand it off now the other way for Nehart. Out to center ice and across the Trojans line. Here's a shot. That one gloved down by Clark, and he's going to keep play going. Trying to kill this penalty to Joey Brussel for cross-checking is the official word from downstairs. 40 seconds to go on the Elder power play on that one. Center ice feed. Back again, giving chase is Cole DeBras. Short-handed with the puck. DeBras nearly gets a shot off, picks up his own rebound, shot right on Britton, loose puck. Net is knocked off at the last second. And nearly a short-handed goal by Cole DeBras. And had it not been for the net knocking off the moorings, who knows what that could have been. Excellent effort by the penalty kill unit for the Trojans. As a delay on the ice, some debris in the Trojan zone as you see that getting picked up right there. The face-off will remain inside the Elder zone. And so the face-off inside the Elder zone. Won by the Panthers. They'll quickly clear it with 15 seconds to go on their power play, and that penalty to Joey Brussel. Working to head out to center ice. Battling for the loose puck at the Trojans line. Stepping across is Sullivan. He'll send it across, but nobody was there. And now it's Berghardt. Flips it high ahead now for Burris. He'll pick up the loose puck into the far wing corner. Burris all alone as the Trojans return to full strength. Centering feed. Now back for Cameron Lombardo. Centering feed out in the slot is knocked away at the last second before the Trojans force that one in. Fresh from the box is Joey Brussel with a backhander off the side of Britton as they'll battle down low into the corner. Here's Lombardo playing it right wing side, looking for a centering feed out from behind the net. He'll work it back to the point, held in by Berghardt and around the Dashers. Now on the near wing point. Centering feed out from behind the net. Backhander by Gavin Burris just wide of the net off the end boards. Now into the far wing corner. Trying a centering feed. Loose puck again. Hit in some shin pads down low before it's picked up by Lombardo. And a loose puck. Back alone. All through a screen. In through some shin pads as that one battling for it down low. Taking a tumble, no call. Elder wanted a penalty on that one. Shot. Loose puck out in front. Empty net off the side of the cage as the Trojans getting pressure down low into the far wing corner. Here's Gavin Burris working his man over. No call. Good hard-working hockey right there as the Trojans cannot contain at their own line. Berghardt has his pocket picked and the Trojans forced back inside their own zone. Elder will get line changes. Now the Trojans complete changes of their own as that one back into the Elder Panthers zone. Out from behind their own net, out to center ice. One-touch pass, now ahead for Lennart. Across the line, off sides, as the Trojans able to force it back out to center ice and off the Dashers and ahead inside the Elder zone. They'll play it back into the down low corner. Loose puck, shot just wide. Rebound back to the point. Here's McGurk walking in. Trying with the loose puck, McGurk followed it into the slot, couldn't get it in time as the Trojans holding it in. Here's Hernandez down low, now for Kellen Glover, a shot across the crease. Britton with the pad save, rebound, now here comes a one-on-one breakaway the other way. Here's Leonard across the Trojan line, and he's taken down, and he is down on the play. And the crowd is not happy with that one, as the player went sprawling and sprinting onto the ice is the athletic trainer, Kira Dorney. And a scary scene now from Hobart Arena, as what looked to be an innocuous hit. It looked like there was going to be contact between the feet as they got tangled up. Whether or not it was worth the penalty, I'm not quite sure from this angle. It looked like both feet got tangled up as he tried to make a move across Mike McGurk. I didn't see any deliberate kicking or any deliberate action to try and slew foot, but a very, very scary play right there. As the Trojans will regroup at their own bench, athletic trainer Kira Dorney attending to the player who looked like he was trying to sidestep the check from Mike McGurk. They both collided in open ice right there. You can see between the circles as he is upright and he's talking to the trainer staff as Kira Dorney, the head athletic trainer for the Troy Trojans, is checking him out. He is up and alert, which is an excellent sign whenever you have a situation like this. That stopped the clock with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go, as he's going to be helped up off the ice, and he's able to maneuver under his own power. It looks like it may have been a lower body injury issue. Whenever you have two players going at full speed tangling up, always a potential recipe for disaster. We're glad to see that he's okay. And so there will indeed be a penalty on the play. And so a tripping penalty will go against Jesus Hernandez. Which will give the Elder Panthers yet another power play with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Here in this second period, some scary action right there. But we're glad that that player is okay as they continue to receive treatment. That one hopped up and out of play. And so the faceoff will be right back inside the Trojan zone on the glove side of Austin Clark. And it's won back by the Panthers. Shot right on, through a screen, down low. Loose puck picked up by the Trojans and quickly cleared the length of the ice. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go on that penalty for tripping to Jesus Hernandez for that scary action down low. Nothing intentional. One of those unfortunate situations is a loose puck battled for inside the Elder zone. On the far wing side, this one scooped back up by Lennart and out to center ice as the Trojans regroup. Fired off the boards. As that one will make its way all the way down inside the Elder zone. Head coach Rick Sabo working over the official in the end zone pretty good for what he perceived to be a missed call. Trying to potentially get a makeup call for that earlier one that we had, as they'll work it into the far wing corner, battling down low. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go here in this second period. As the six go flying, the puck makes its way all the way back inside the Trojan zone. As that'll be Mike McGurk out from behind his own zone. Out of the glass, he'll work it ahead. Now for Gavin Burris. Ahead for Kellen Glover. Burris! A beautiful save as Burris into the boards. And that one, a big hit against Gavin Burris against the end boards. But as most football star athletes playing hockey, he's better shaken than stirred. And indeed, we will get a penalty on the call. And so the efforts of head coach Rick Zamo for the preceding 30 seconds seem to have paid off, as a late penalty is going to be called against the Elder Panthers to even this hockey game of 4-on-4. Now with 41 seconds to go, shot right on, loose puck out in front. Back to Berghardt, bouncing puck off the end boards. Played back around the Dashers. That a late penalty to number 5, Charlie Hafner. Cross-checking the call from behind the play. And so we'll skate 4-on-4 for the next 10 seconds. 17 seconds left to go in the period. That one hit off the protective mesh, but it stays in play. As neither official saw that one, now here comes Gavin Burris the other way. 7 seconds to go. Burris tries a centering feed for Glover, couldn't get it in time. And now here come the Panthers at the last minute, could not get it in time. And an exciting end-to-end finish to this second period, as the Trojans and the Elder Panthers scoreless after 2 periods of play. 0-0 between the Elder Panthers and the Troy Trojans. When we come back to start the third period, the Trojans will have an abbreviated power play for 1:19 to start the third period. But it remains 0-0. As the Trojans outshooting the Elder Panthers after 2 periods, 17-4. Yes, you heard that correct. 17-4, the shots on goal through 30 minutes of play. And as the Zamboni comes out onto the ice surface, we will step aside. Third period action from the historic Hobart Arena is coming up. You're watching Troy Trojans hockey on the Troy Trojans Hockey Network. We welcome you back live inside the historic Hobart Arena in downtown Troy. I'm JT Zamo. Glad to have everybody along for the ride tonight. And what a ride it has been. If you're just joining us, the Trojans and the Elder Panthers battling to a scoreless tie after 2 periods of play, as the Trojans trying to get back in the win column after a tough overtime loss to Sycamore 2 weeks ago here on home ice. And the Trojans now will start this third period on the penalty kill for 1:19. And as the teams file onto the ice, we'd like to thank our presenting sponsors tonight for making Troy Trojans hockey on the Trojan Hockey Network possible. We'd like to thank our friends at Clopay, America's favorite garage door, as well as Troy Speech Therapy, Courtney Lombardo SLP. I'd like to thank Rival Hockey. Search for them now at #BeTheRival. And by Poppin' Off, gourmet popcorn on the square in downtown Troy. By Minster Bank, your official banking solution provider of the Troy Trojans. By Carl Mick Plumbing, punctual, professional, and it's Carl Mick. That's Carl Mick Plumbing. And of course, the Ohio High School Athletic Association reminds you to respect the game, as Division I varsity hockey between the Elder Panthers and the Troy Trojans is just what this community needs on a beautiful, chilly Saturday night, Boxing Day, in the Miami Valley tonight. Glad to have everybody along for the ride tonight. I'd like to say hi to my family tuning in at home, Riley, John, Wyatt, Lily, and Rhino, as well as Mrs. Zabo, the best sign language teacher that I think Troy will ever see, watching at home tonight, as well as my family up north on the other side of the border as we get set to go. A little bit of a delay there, as finally we are underway. Third period action between the Trojans and the Elder Panthers inside the Elder zone. Played ahead, and that's going to be a stoppage right on off that shot. And the faceoff will remain inside the Elder zone, controlled by On. Shot off the post! Rebound down low! A good chance right there. Head off some iron. And now the Trojans forced back on the left wing side. Here's Kellen Glover, a shot right on through the slot. And that one made its way through blue paint. Now here come the Panthers back the other way. Inside Trojan territory. They'll play it up the near wing as the Trojans carry it out ahead. Here's McGurk, long stretch pass. Played again as they'll contain. Top of the point, stripped away by Gavin Burris as the Trojans finish their line change. 25 seconds to go on the Trojans. Man advantage as there's a shot right on and saved by Britton. To stop the clock now with 14 minutes to go here in this third period. Face-off will remain inside the Elder zone with 19 seconds to go on the Trojans power play, brought to you by Clopay, America's favorite garage door. As they'll work it back, here's Berghardt. High shot, scores! Colin Berghardt gets the goal! And that will be his very first varsity goal. And the cheering section of Berghardt's in section 29. Letting him know, let's go downstairs for the call. Burghardt getting his first varsity goal, assisted by fellow freshman Quinn Garrity and senior Garrett Paff, as they'll work it back to the far corner, centering feed, Paff, shoots, scores! Two quick goals, and just like that, it's 2-0 Trojans. Garrett Paff getting the goal for the Trojans just seconds after Colin Burghardt gets his first goal as a varsity athlete. And now the Trojans firmly in control of this third period as Clark makes the save. Paff getting announced by public address announcer Roger Mumpower, as they'll work it down low into the right wing corner. Garrity getting the second assist in as many seconds. And on that goal is the Trojans inside their own zone but not out. They'll force it deep into the near wing corner. Played against the Dashers. They'll work it up to the half boards. Couldn't get it in time. Now here come the Trojans back the other way. Sexton fires it in and around the boards. They'll work it back on the far side. Back up. Sexton. High shot off the glass. That one bounces around, back for Caden Lombardo. Now ahead, centering feed, Sexton a drive off the backhand, rebound, top of the circle, far side, scores! When it rains, it pours. And just like that, it's a trifecta. The Trojans lead by 3. Good things come in threes, and tonight the hockey gods provided just that. McGurk getting announced for the goal by Roger Mumpower downstairs. Gavin Burris getting an assist on that one as well, as the Trojans battling inside their own corner and back out inside their own zone. There's the energy that we saw to start the hockey game, just with the lamplighters to go with it. As whatever pep talk head coach Rick Szabo had between periods in the dressing room certainly paying off tonight, as the Trojans battling down low inside their own corner, now out to center ice. Hit off the puck. There was Joey Brussel. Trojans will tag up at the Elder line in front of their own bench before a big hit turns that one aside. And Gavin Burris knocking that one loose at the last moment, as that one squims inside the Elder zone out from behind their own net. Loose puck on the half-boards left wing side as they'll force it ahead. Big open ice hit by Mike McGurk. Knocked him off the puck as that one cleared. Back now for Burghardt on the near wing side. Colin Burghardt centering feed, hit off a stick in front. And that one going to be an icing call. And so the faceoff will come all the way back inside the Trojan zone with 11 minutes and 6 seconds to go in a very exciting third period, as the Trojans are able to put a trio of points up on the board in less than 90 seconds, including the first varsity goal by Colin Burghardt. An exciting moment in every young man's life, or young lady's life, as Gabby Paff plays it back into the far wing corner. I certainly can still remember the feeling of scoring my first varsity goal at this level in this very building. And so tonight, I can certainly feel the same, as there's a shot right on. And so the shot goes bar down, beating Clark short side to cut the Trojans' lead to 2 off that goal. 10:41 the mark here in the third period. And it's Charlie James getting credit for the goal, as they'll force it out in front, down low off the centering feed. Trojans can't contain, and so that'll be back to Burkhart inside his own zone. Off the dashers and ahead now for Sexton. He'll play it up the near wing on the left wing side now for Garrity, centering feed. Right back to McGurk on the star. Shot just wide off the end boards. Rebound at the point held on by Burkhart. There's a bouncing pass back into the far wing corners. They'll battle for it down low. Back to help out. Off this centering feed was Quinn Garrity, who gets it back into the far side corner. Garrity picks the puck clean off the trapezoid, stops the hit, spins around off this low cycle off the centering feed, and nobody was there. And so it'll be Burkhart to chase it. 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the third period. Trojans leading 3-1 as the face-off will come back inside the Trojans' end. And you can see wholesale changes there by the Trojans. As the face-off coming back to the glove side of Austin Clark. Even strength hockey. 9 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in this third period. As it's battled for along the near side boards. Picked back up by Lombardo. He'll step across a hit, but not out as that's held in at the line by a sprawling Thomas Blessing, who keeps it inside the Trojan zone now into the near wing corner. Center ice feed now for Cole DeBras, 2-on-2 across the line. DeBras nearly hit off the puck, but he's able to sidestep the hit. And Gavin Burris back on this low cycle. Now for DeBras, top of the slot. Now for Hernandez, a shot through the screen out in front. Loose puck, hit right there. And so that'll stop the clock now with 9 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the third period. And the face-off again inside the Elder zone. One back to the point. There's Hernandez. On the half boards. DeBras couldn't hold on to it. Finally blew a tire, and now here come the Panthers out of their own zone. Meandering out of center ice across the red stripe. They'll fire it inside. As that one back to play it inside his own corner is Caden Lombardo, the senior. Works it up the near wing. Now outlet pass ahead for Gavin Burris back into the far wing corner as he curls off at the last second. Throws it back into the slot. McGurk shot wide to the left as that one back off the board. Centering feed again for Paff. Fires. Couldn't pull the trigger in time, but holds on to his own rebound. Now the loose puck out in front, right back to Garrett Paff. Sends it across, picked up by the Panthers, and now here they come. Outlet pass too wide across the line as McGurk plays it at his own blue line and forcing it ahead. That one out to center ice, reaching for it. Paff couldn't get it in time, and an offsides call. Now we'll stop the clock with 8 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Fast action right there, but a costly offsides against the Elder Panthers will bring the faceoff back out into neutral ice. And it's won back by the Trojans inside their own zone. Played around is Burkhart. He'll hold on to it. Now he's going to come around to the near side. Wrapped around the dashers to the point, but not out is Burkhart. Overskates the puck, trying to get it down low with Sullivan. He gets knocked down, and the puck picked up by Burkhart off the dashers. Now out to center ice. One touch ahead by Kellen Glover. Glover with the puck. Nearly got it, but overskates momentarily as this one fired back inside the neutral zone. Fresh legs out on the ice for the Trojans. As that one bounces against the dashers. Now to Sexton. Couldn't hold on to it at the line. Sexton had it hop over his stick again as this one makes its way back inside Elder territory. Now with 7:19 to go. Shoot! Score! Well, we're back to a 3-goal lead. And Cameron Lombardo getting credit for the goal. Cameron Lombardo makes it a 4-1 hockey game. And so the faceoff will come back inside the Elder zone. On the stick side of Britton, one back now by Burris at the point, held on by Caden Lombardo, and he's hit late behind the play, no call. Referees weren't going to give him that one. And so play continues. Elder getting a little more physical as a hit from behind, no call. Again, the Trojans with the puck. Here's a shot in on Britton, and that one will hold on, and that will get a stoppage. Some words there as Cole DeBras having a chat with the referee Bill Peck on one of those no calls. Nonetheless, the faceoff will remain inside the Elder zone. 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Here in regulation, the Trojans holding on to a 4-1 lead against the Elder Panthers. As Troy wins the draw inside their own zone. Here's Garrett Paff battling for it behind the net. Loose puck. Knocked away and picked back up by Paff. He'll hold on to it before this centering feed knocked away. Kellen Glover had his pocket picked at the last second, and now here come the Panthers the other way. That one stopped as Lennart swiped away by Berghardt. That one clears back to center ice as now here comes Garrett Paff back the other way. Paff, a centering feed, top of the circle, got tripped up, no call. As there's a big shoulder hit right there as Colin Berghardt throwing his weight around, but it comes out to the Trojans' end now as physicality starting to escalate ever so much here in the waning moments of regulation. 5 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in this third period. Trojans with a 3-goal lead. And that'll bring the face-off all the way back inside the Trojans' end. And so 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in regulation. The faceoff inside the Trojans' end. One back now as McGurk holds it into the corner. Off this high pass, now a potential 2-on-1 the other way. Now for Gavin Burris, and a big hit, but all alone is Joey Brussel. He gets hit off the puck from behind, and Burris very slow to get up. Similar hit to what we saw earlier in that second period. Collision there in nearly the exact same spot. Burris remains in the play as this one comes out to center ice. Finally hit off the boards. Trojans tag up at their offensive line as Berghardt plays it off a stick down low. No high sticking call against the Dashers. Joey Brussel knocking the loose puck as now a big altercation in front of the bench ensues. And now we've got fisticuffs out on the ice. A linesman coming in to separate. The goalie leaves the crease and goes after Joey Brussel. That should be a penalty right there. Certainly several penalties against the Trojans as a full line brawl breaking out in front of the Trojans bench. That's going to be the freshman Colin Berghardt that was engaged in fisticuffs with number 88, Charlie James. I would assume both of them will get tossed out of the contest tonight. As now head coach Rick Szabo absolutely livid with his own team. Unnecessary situations right there. Absolutely unnecessary for the Trojans to take any penalties, let alone to instigate a full line brawl. As head coach Rick Szabo bringing all of his players together, he is not happy with what he just saw transpire as the officials at center ice trying to sort out all of the penalties that we are going to be getting. Colin Berghardt instigating a line brawl just 5 minutes after scoring his first varsity goal. Trojans in the lead by 3 And we saw the physicality escalating throughout this entire period. The Trojans picking up 3 goals in less than 90 seconds. And the Panthers have been picking, and finally everything came to a head in front of the Trojans bench as no less than 3 fights ensued directly into the purview of head coach Rick Szabo, who is literally red in the face as the Trojans jerseys for what he watched his players participate in. And so we will wait for the official word from the referees, who do not have the envious job of reporting all of the penalties. What was interesting was the Elder goaltender left the crease during an altercation and actually got involved in one of the scrums that was taking place on the blue line, grabbing, I believe it was Connor Sexton's jersey, before the officials got in between them. That certainly, in most places, would be enough for an ejection. I would assume we might see some ejections on the Trojans' end as well, but it depends on what the officials decide to call. It may just be easier to keep things going, but nonetheless, this break in the action will settle some of the tempers that we have seen so far in this third period, as the Panthers players coming out to collect the yard sale. Sticks and gloves and helmets on the ice in front of the Trojans bench after this altercation. This stopped the clock with 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in regulation. The Trojans just want to get back on the road here and get the clock moving. Not quite sure what we're going to get the call here as the officials communicating with both benches. Nobody is sitting down in either of the designated penalty box areas. Of course, with COVID-19 guidelines, the bench is different this season. Gabby Paff making her way to the penalty box area. I'm sure she will be serving a penalty. Still trying to collect all the yard sale materials. As another stick being picked up. I think the ice is mostly clear as head coach Rick Szabo getting a brief explanation from the officials. Nothing is up on the video boards under the score section for penalty time. If I had to guess, all of the penalties are going to be matching penalties, as Berghardt is making his way down the tunnel to serve whatever penalty he will have. Still getting a little bit of it sorted out with the official scorers, and at this point I'd like to thank all of our off-ice officials working very hard tonight. Now, a lot of it started from an initial cross-check to the neck, and one of the Elder players began cross-checking one of the Trojans from behind in the neck, and that's what basically started the whole kerfuffle. And at that point, then it was Berghardt that engaged in fisticuffs. And then you had 3 altercations going at the same time at one point, with the goalie even coming into it. As Bobby Ganger, the official scorer down at the box, getting an explanation on exactly what is going to happen. We will go downstairs for an official word from public address announcer Roger Mumpower momentarily once we get word, as Rick Szabo and Carl Mick getting final explanations from both referees as well as Bobby Ganger. Bobby and I had the privilege of working together with the Dayton Bombers and the Dayton Gems for a number of years during my professional hockey career as a broadcaster. And so there's nobody more capable down there with a score sheet to work with those officials than Bobby, and we thank him so much for being a part of Trojans hockey. Finally getting some time up on the scoreboard as Kevin Rismiller, the timekeeper, finally catching up with furious fingers. Let's go downstairs for an official call. So it looks like a 2-minute minor against number 88, Charlie James, is going to be the lone serve penalty. The rest are all matching penalties. And so it'll be interesting to see what supplemental discipline is involved here between these hockey clubs here. Of course, when you get the altercations involved, it depends on how the officials write that one up. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. And so that seems to be the call here. And we'll see what we get. After a lengthy delay here, it looks like we finally have everything sorted up. .10:02 is the elapsed time on this one. 4:58 is on the clock, as the players that were going to be ejected from the hockey game have been ejected from the hockey game, including number 88, Charlie James, and number 11 for the Trojan, Colin Berghardt. As the Panthers now back underway. Inside their own zone, a centering feed. That one wide of the goaltender, Gage Britton. Played around to the far wing corner. Off this centering feed, down low. Here comes McGurk to play it around, but not out as Lombardo back to play it. And so the Trojans will come away with this with a power play, provided by Clopay, America's favorite garage door, as the Trojans on the power play out of all of this for another minute 19. As here comes Kellen Glover. A shot, saved by Britton, rebound into the far wing corner. Played back, delayed penalty coming, and it's going to go against the Trojans. And it looks like it may indeed be Gavin Burris on the receiving end of this penalty that will even things up 4-on-4 to end the Trojans' power play after just 43 seconds. And so it is Burris in the box. 4-on-4 hockey, and the faceoff will come back inside the Trojans' end. Faceoff will be taken on the near side, glove side of goaltender Austin Clark. Won by Kellen Glover. Back to the point, but not out. Here's a long race by Cameron Lombardo with the puck. Into the corner, down low. Gets hit off the puck. Here's Lombardo. Battling for it along the wall before it's cleared out. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in this third period of regulation. As they'll work it around. Played ahead in front of the Trojans bench. Now for Hernandez. Holds on now for Glover, a big hit, but he's able to get it inside the Panthers zone. 3 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in this third period of regulation from the historic Hobart Arena in downtown Troy. As that one played ahead. Now for Caden Lombardo, gets it in. The Trojans will tag up at their own line, and Sexton's quick to fire it all the way around the board. Now on the near side as we approach 3 minutes to go. 5 seconds left on the penalty to the Elder Panthers as they will return one to the ice. Elder now on the power play for the remaining 46 seconds of Gavin Burris' penalty. As here come the Panthers on the left wing side. Into the Trojans' end, sidestepping a hit. This one out in front. Clark the save. Rebound in through a slot. Knocked away as Glover hits it off the glass and ahead for Sexton. Out to center ice. Here's Connor Sexton. Forcing that one deep inside the Elder zone. This one chipped up and out of play. And that one into the Trojans' bench to stop the clock now with 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in period number 3. Trojans holding on to an exciting 4-1 lead against the Elder Panthers. Earlier this month, it was the Panthers with a 6-1 victory against the Trojans. As this face-off Off this draw, won by the Trojans. There's a shot, paddled aside by Britton. Back to DeBras into the corner. Centering feed, top of the point, far side. McGurk a shot off the high glass. That one wraps around to the near side half boards. Battled down low, right back inside the zone. Sends it clear out to center ice as McGurk will go back to chase it inside his own zone. Bounce pass ahead, intercepted by Lombardo as he's able to force it just inside the Elder zone before it's all the way down. And now we're under 2 minutes to go here in regulation. 1:57 to go in the third period. The faceoff will come back inside the Elder zone. As the scoreboards are showing that we're all even. And indeed, even strength it is, as the officials having a conversation. It's still 5-on-5 as you hear them say downstairs. And it looks like we've got everything sorted. 1:57 to go here in regulation. In to take the face off the Trojans. Can't contain off the draw. Right back now for Lombardo. He'll play it ahead to the point. McGurk fires it right back in. As this one around on the near side corner. Playing it up to the point. Held on by Caden Lombardo. He'll work it down low for younger brother Cameron Lombardo. And hold on at the point. Right back for Cameron Lombardo. A shot right on. Paddled aside by Britton. Picked back up into the far wing corner. Here's a centering feed now for Burris. Down low and around. Now on the half boards. Couldn't hold on to it as it was knocked loose by Chad Meyer. And all the way down inside the Trojan zone as we're under 90 seconds to go in regulation. Here's the Trojans in front of their own bench. Working it in, a shot right on. That one saved as Hafner put that one in on the goaltender. Austin Clark, who's only let one go tonight. And the Trojans will get wholesale changes with the draw inside their own zone. Austin Clark getting the nod between the pipes tonight for the Trojans. And that draw won by the Trojans. On the near side is Garrett Paff. Picked up a goal tonight already. Now ahead for the freshman Quinn Garrity across the line. A shot! Glove down by Britton. And he will hold on to it. And the faceoff will remain inside the Elder zone now. With 57.5 seconds on the clock here in regulation. And the Trojans win it with a shot right on. Backhander from Sexton. He'll pick up his own rebound on the far side. Around the boards now in the near wing corner. Playing it ahead. Here's Paff battling down low into the corner. Still trying to control the puck as he'll work it back into the corner. Stripped away by the Panthers. Now on the half board. And a big hit right there. As the Trojans holding it in. There's Garrity, a shot wide of the net. On the far wing side. 30 seconds and counting in regulation as Sexton plays it on the far side boards, now inching its way up to the point. Still with the puck. Running the clock now as Sexton was able to get that one free in through the slot. And the Panthers able to clear with 15 seconds and counting in this one. And the Trojans now all but securing the victory as it's won back out to center ice. 4 seconds to go as Sexton will play it. That'll do it. And the Trojans will pick up the win tonight against the Elder Panthers. Your final score, Troy 4. The Elder Panthers 1, and that avenges the 6-1 Elder victory from earlier this month. And now the Trojans, a winning record at home through 4 games, 2-1-1, as you see both teams saluting each other at center ice. A fantastic hockey game we saw end to end here that allowed the Trojans, through adversity, to finally pick up a winning record at home. Their second win as tribute to Troy plays. Now head coach Rick Szabo having an endgame chat with the officials after what became a very physical, very tense third period of play that allowed the Trojans to pick up their second win at home. I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight on the Troy Trojans Hockey Network. I'd like to thank Troy Speech Therapy for being a part of Trojan Hockey, as well as Rival, the official uniform supplier of the Troy Trojans, by Popping Off gourmet popcorn and ice cream on the square in downtown Troy, by Minster Bank, the official banking provider of the Troy Trojans, by Carl Mick Plumbing, and the Ohio High School Athletic Association reminds you to respect the game. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night, a 5 o'clock start right here from Hobart Arena as the Trojans host the Alternites, the league-leading Alternites. We'll be on the air right here on Facebook starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow night from Hobart Arena. Well, that'll about do it. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Troy Trojans Hockey Network. This game will be available for replay on demand on the Troy Trojans YouTube channel, as well as on TrojanHockey.com starting tomorrow. We hope you join us tomorrow night as the Trojans host the Alternites here inside the historic Hobart Arena. And so for our entire crew inside the historic Hobart Arena, for Riley, John Wyatt, Lily, and of course, our production engineer, Rhino, I'm JT Szabo. Your Trojans win 4-1. Good night, everybody.